Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser McKenzie here, and welcome to the Talk of the Devil Racing League. We are live. We are live on the deserts of Bahrain. It is round 2 of this championship. We had a great season opener last time out in Australia. I will get the championship standings up because of our new point system. Something I'm going to get a little bit used to, but nevertheless, we have got the 2 racing points. The 2 racing points going out onto the track right now. Andrew Jashk here in the racing point, and we've got his teammate Arthur Bowler right behind him. Got a few drivers out on the track right now as well. And as you can see, we have the mini map of the track as well. We've got the Ferraris, we've got the Alphas, we've got one of the McLarens, one of the Red Bulls, one of the Haas drivers, and one of the Renaults, all out on track right now. So this will make commentating a lot easier for me. So let's ride on board with Andrew as he comes down the main straight towards turn 1. Just over 210 miles an hour. Breaks down to about 40 for turn 1. Then into turn 2. This is the second of the DRS zones, wide open. Retreat at turn 3, and that's one of the Alphas has spun already at turn 4. But the curve of doom. It wasn't Anderson. It was Neil. It was Neil in the Alfa Romeo. Oh my word. We're back with Andrew right now. Back with Andrew right now. This is where Neil lost it, the curve of doom. It's been dubbed. It's one of the Mercedes getting out of the way. It's Waddington. Here we go. Andrew coming across the line now. What's the time going to be? A 1:30.1. It's in fastest for now. And as I say that, Arthur Bowler manages to get fastest. Anthony Bauer at 29.1. And there's yellow flags in sector 1. That is, I believe that's the Haas of Anthony Bauer. Yeah, probably just going wide. Jamie Keats across the line, 30.0. Puts in 3rd. Here comes Anderson, 30.8. Because there's 18 drivers here, we're losing the slowest 3 cars from this part of qualifying. Oh, he's getting a good tow from Neil. Will that pay off? Stephen gets a 29.2. Dan Blackwell, his teammate, 29.0. 500ths slower than Arthur Bowler. Oh, and Neil's had a spin. You're gonna need to let the McLaren past. Indeed he does. A few drivers on that lap right now, with Dean Barry being one of them. Dean in the Renault. One of the big talking points from the Formula One this week is from 2021. One of the big talking points is the Racing Point from 2021 is going to be renamed Aston Martin Racing. So what's going to happen as far as that is concerned? What's going to happen as far as the there's yellow flags in sector 2. That was Jamie Keats going wide. So anyway, the championship standings. It is Stephen Harrison at the top of the championships, following a very comfortable win, ahead of Anthony Waddington in second place, then Dean Blackwell in third. Dean Harrison was fourth in the Red Bull. His teammate Joe was sixth. Anthony Bauer in the Haas was fifth. It was and then Andrew Jash, who we saw earlier. Then Dean Barry, who we're with right now. Neil Gregor Telford rounding up the top 10, and Gareth Lambourne getting the fastest lap outside the top 10. And I'm going to be getting one of the managers in right now to see if we can have a chat with him. Few drivers. Gregor Telford in the Toro Rosso. He's about to cross the line now. 31-1. Scott Larvin's just started his lap. We've got the Williams of Michael Savage. Starting a lap now. Gareth Lambourne is on an out lap as well. Of course, and Anthony Waddington, 28.5. Great lap from him. Joe Newman in the Red Bull. Stephen in the Ferrari in third. That's your top three right now. Should be a great boost for Waddington heading into the race, because if you get pole position here, you get a bonus point. And if you get the fastest lap in the race as well on top of the win, potentially a maximum of 27 points on the cards, which is what Stephen managed to do in Australia last time out. Scott Larvin comes across the line with a 1:29.1. Dean Harrison beats his brother, 28.7, puts him third. Great lap there. Michael Savage about to come round the final corner to finish his lap. Across the line, and the lap was invalidated. So here's Gareth Lambourne. Elijah LeBlanc having a lot of technical issues right now. As it stands, he's still not able to set a lap time. There's only about 7 minutes left in the session. Gareth comes across the line, 30.6. Savage. A very tricky corner, that turn 10. There's yellow flags in sector 1, or there was. Michael Savage coming across the line. Does he get a time in? This time he does. It's a 32-0. So it's Neil Savage. And LeBlanc all in danger of being eliminated. Yellow flag from sector 2. They're not showing up on the map. Let's see if I can. See if I can get him. Neil 5 laps on those. Six laps on those soft tyres. It's a bold move to go for. Dean's out on track as well. And oh, he almost lost it. Corner now. And it looks like, yes, there he goes. He's gone. Yep, into the pits he goes. Scott Larvin and Matt Anderson on an out lap. And Elijah LeBlanc finally out on track. We'll right on board with him shortly. About 3 minutes left in the session. Savage is on an out lap as well. Anderson's crossed the line to start his lap. With the Larvinator himself, Mr. Scott Larvin. He was on commentary last week. Now it's my turn to take the reins. tied in sector 3. That would have probably been for Elijah. And oh, but it's Newman. But Newman's actually retired from the session. He's more than happy with his lap time. Scott Larvin should be comfortable. Wallington's retired from the session as well. Also happy with his time. Comfortably through. Doesn't need to worry about wasting set of tyres. Around now turns 9 and 10. There's Andrew Jash. Neil's on an out lap as well, fresh, soft tyres as well to try and get through to the next part of qualifying. Across the line, he does improve to 30.7. But is that going to be enough to get through? Savage is improving on his lap time. He's 3/10 up. He's out of ERS. Don't think he's going to improve. He does. He goes 17th. Gregor Telford, he's not out on track, so he's out of qualifying. But who else is going to join him? Savage. There we go. Neil in the Alpha trying to improve on his lap time. Let's see what his second sector time is like. He's half a second up. He's going to improve, but as it stands, he's not going to make it into the second part of qualifying. A lot of time to make up, and he does! It was a lot of time to make up, but somehow he's done it! Neil has just secured his place in the next part of qualifying right to the end. Michael Savage in the pits, so it's Gareth Lambourne, Gregor Telford and Michael Savage all three of them are out of this part of qualifying. There is the order of Waddington, Newman, Dean and Stephen Harrison, Larvin, Bowler, Blackwell, Bauer, Dean, Barry, Dash, Keats, Platzer, Anderson, LeBlanc and Neil. And then you've got Gareth Lambourne, Gregor Telford, and Michael Savage out of this part of qualifying. I'm going to see if I can get one of the managers in to have a quick chat with them. Now this is where strategy is going to come into play. Got a few drivers going out already. It'll be the sole remaining halves of Anthony Bauer, the 2 racing points. In fact, one of the Ferraris as well. Indeed it is. Dan Blackwell. Few other drivers going out on track right now. 2 Renaults, Dean Barry and Jamie Keats. Here we lose the slowest 5. Those that are in the top 10. The tyres you set your fastest lap on are the tyres you're going to start the race on. That was not supposed to happen. Bauer across the line to start his flying lap. Doesn't look like I'm having much luck with the managers at the moment. Dan Blackwell, the 28.6. Coming across the line now. What's his time going to be? A 30.5. Looks very split at the moment as far as who is going to be starting on what tyres are concerned. Here's Anthony Waddington. We'll be seeing him in action tomorrow as well in the Extreme Racing League. I'll cover that 5 PM UK time right here. Waddington fastest on a 28.4. That is a great lap time from him. We could potentially see times into the 127s today. Neil and Joe on out laps. The top 10 at the moment, it's Waddington, Blackwell, Bauer, Bowler, Jash, Anderson, LeBlanc, Barry, Platzer, and Jamie Keith. We've got Dean Harrison, Joe Newman, Stephen Harrison, Scott Larvin, and Neil all get to set a lap time. And as I say that, Stephen Harrison, our championship leader, is now out on track. Everyone in the bottom 5 apart from Dean Harrison out on track right now. Joe Newman has just crossed the line to start his flying lap. That's Waddington going into the pits now. Neil has started his flying lap. Anderson following suit. Stevens just crossed the line to start his flying lap. Scott Larvin about to follow suit. There he goes. Joe, Stephen and Scott all on mediums. Dean still to set a lap time. Here's Joe Newman. Across the line. 29.3 puts him 4th. We haven't actually watched them all day, but here's Stephen Harrison, championship leader and our defending champion, 2-time Constructors champion for Mercedes. And last year's champion. Will he be able to secure a second championship this season? Still early days, but if his pace is anything to go by, he could be in for a barnstormer. Yellow flags in sector 1, that's one of the Renaults that went wide. And there we go, we've got, just double check your audio's included, JBL.
Evening.
I'm saying just double checking your audio's included.
Yeah, it is.
Excellent. So here we go. I'm joined right now by one of our managers, Mr. JBL. JBL, welcome along this evening.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So how are you feeling ahead of the race as far as the driver preparations are concerned?
So, I have heard that Neil wants to hold back on qualifying slightly to get used to the setup of his car. And it's going to be interesting to see what my Renault drivers can do because they're both on outlaps right now, and hopefully they can go up the grid to make it to Q3, hopefully. It's just going to be interesting to see because I believe that these drivers can compete for at least fourth for the constructors. I mean, it's a bit ambitious, especially when we have the McLaren Racing Point here, but hopefully they can do it.
Yeah, well, with the sort of lap times we're seeing right now, do you think we'll potentially see times going into the 127s in the top 10 shootout?
I believe with the Mercedes and Ferrari, I believe they will probably go to the 127s because it looks more likely as the track grip goes up. So hopefully we'll see some 127s, but I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't. Especially, I mean, it looks pretty clear right now, and the track's been rubbed in, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm just with Dean Barry in the Renault right now. He's about a quarter of a second up, about halfway through his lap. Are you feeling confident that he'll be able to get into the top 10 shootout with the pace he's showing right now?
I believe he can. I believe most of my drivers can go to the top 10 shootout. Neil's just the one that's holding back slightly, so I believe that Matt and the two Renaults can definitely make it to Q3.
Well, we'll see how the rest of this evening unfolds. JBL, thanks very much for your time, and good luck for the race.
Thank you.
JBL there, one of our team managers, manager for Renault and of course Alfa Romeo. Dean Barry, JBL saying he was confident his drivers would get into the top 10, and Dean Barry showing great pace there, 29.2, puts him 6th. Neil in the Alfa Romeo, he's JBL saying that Neil's going to be holding back slightly in qualifying, which is understandable. But that could be a good thing because it could potentially mean that he gets he'll get free tyre choice. His teammate Matt Anderson on an outlap as well. Jimmy Keats electing to stay in the pits. Elijah LeBlanc in the McLaren. He's 2/10 up at the moment. He's 2/10 up at the moment. Final corner down the straight across the line, he improves. He lost a bit of time in the last sector. He's 13th. Matt Anderson and Neil both crossing the line to start their laps. Because meanwhile in the Formula 2, Formula 2 qualifying is just finished. Meanwhile, Maguria and Chris Harley securing the front row. Is everyone that's in danger of being eliminated. They're all on outlaps or on flying laps right now. Matt Anderson being one of them. Jamie crosses the line to start his flying lap. We've got the racing points of Arthur Bowler and Andrew Jashk. quick here. Is he going to improve on his time? He does. 29.2, half a second quicker, puts him 6th. And that's one of the McLarens going very slowly. That is Elijah LeBlanc. Well, that's qualifying over for him. Warrington, Stephen Harrison, Joe Newman, Dan Blackwell, Anthony Bauer and Dean Harrison, they're comfortably through. Jamie Keats into the pits. So he's out of qualifying. Jorge's in danger of being eliminated. That's one of the alphas. That'll be Neil. It'll be either Neil or Matt Anderson. There we go. Into 8th. And that knocks Jorge out. Not Larvin. He'll be a little disappointed with that. He'll be a little disappointed with that. And Elijah's out of fuel, he's out. So it's Jorge, Larvin, Keats, LeBlanc, and Neil all out of qualifying. Waddington, Stephen, Joe, Bauer, Blackwell, Bowler, Dean Harrison, Jashk, Anderson, and Barry all in the top 10 shootout. Waddington and Stephen is starting on the mediums, as well as Dean. Everyone else in the top 10 starting on the softs. There's your top 10. Then Jorge, Scott, Jamie, Elijah, and Neil all out of qualifying. Now we go into the top 10 shootouts. Few drivers going out on track now. Anthony Bauer, first out. Bauer burst out to start flying lap. Arthur Bowler starting his flying lap as well. And we've got Blackwell, Gashk, Red Bull of Joe Newman. Purple selector 1 would have to be because nevertheless, who's going to get the second pole position of the season? Will Stephen make it 2 in a row? Bauer and Bowler, 28.6 and 29.4, 28.0 for Dan Blackwell. What a lap time from him. Joe across the line, 28.5, Joe second. And Waddington coming out onto the track now. For those watching right now, any predictions on who's going to get the pole position here? You can let me know in the chat. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them my way. I'll do my best to answer them. Yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2, that would have been for Joe Newman. Not a major concern. Dean Harrison, a 28.6, he goes third. Dean Barry in the Renault, he's coming out of the pits now. He's Wellington, he's going to be a serious contender. He will be a serious contender for the championship. He plays his cards right. He's only 6 points behind. Only 6 points behind in the championship standings. Right on board with Waddington. pass of Anthony Bauer, getting out of the way of the Ferrari of Stephen Harrison. Waddington down the main straight now. What's he going to be? And there it is! Into the 27s. First man to break into the 127s today. That's how you send a statement to Stephen Harrison. Let's see you top that. About 4 minutes to go. Wide open. So we're going to be with Stephen for this lap. Anthony Bauer's crossed the line as well. Anderson, Stephen Harrison and Dean Barry, the only drivers yet to set a lap time. 3 minutes to go. Dan Blackwell, he's coming out on track now. We'll be looking to make a statement. One of the Red Bulls coming out as well. Waddington back into the pits. He's more than happy with what he's done. We're looking to start as far up the grid as possible. Dean Barry's just started his flying lap. And Blackwell letting the faster drivers through. Very well played from him. Let's see what the time is. We're not sure what that's like in comparison to Waddington. Wait and see how it all plays out. Here we go. DRS wide open. Here we go. And oh, he's a 10th down. Just misses out on the 27s. For Stephen's teammate Dan Blackwell. Yellow flags in sector 3. That'll be for Anthony Bauer. As Waddington back out on track. He's looking to improve on his lap time. Yellow flags that were for Matt Anderson. Dean Harrison, the only driver in the pits. He will be coming back out to improve on his lap time. And across the line, 29.3 to the top 10 as it stands. Waddington, Stephen Harrison, Blackwell, Newman, Dean Harrison, Bowler, Bauer, Barry, Anderson and Jash. Stephen Harrison comes into the pits, so he won't be securing pole position today. Dan Blackwell, he's slightly down, but he'll be hoping to make up the time. He goes through the second sector, and he's up. He's faster, which means as it stands, he'll be faster than his teammate. Will prevent Stephen from getting in the front row. Waddington started his lap. Joe Newman very slow down the back straight. What's Dan Blackwell going to do? 27.9! 4 thousandths! thousandths away from pole. I am certain that Waddington will be aware of this. Unbelievable. Waddington's 4/10 down. He's not going to improve unless he somehow makes up the time in this final sector. He's turned it down. Anthony Waddington secures pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix. What an incredible qualifying from him. He'll be very happy with that. How psychologically damaging is that for Dan Blackwell? Red Bull boys, they'll be very happy with that. Joe Newman 4th. Dean Barry 6th. So there's your top 10. Waddington on pole by 4 thousandths of a second. Dan Blackwell alongside him on the front row. Stephen Harrison in 3rd. Newman 4th. Then it's Arthur Bowler, Dean Harrison, Anthony Bauer. Great performance from him. Then Dean Barry, Matt Anderson, and Andrew Jash. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 2 of season 3 of the Talk of the Devil Racing League. We are in the deserts of Bahrain. The name comes after the Arabic Al Bahrain, meaning the 2 seas, the first post-oil economy in the Persian Gulf. And our next race in Shanghai, it would fit into the area occupied by Shanghai 8 times over, just about. And it's a great circuit here. 3.36 miles, 3 DRS zones, the main straight, turn 3 and turn 10. 15 corners, 6 to the left and 9 to the right. Some of the action zones to look out for. The run down to turn 1, of course. That triple overtake from Lewis Hamilton in 2018. Fantastic move from him. And then a little bit of controversy last season with Stephen Harrison and Gary Braddon colliding at turn 4, costing Gary the win. And then the race start in 2016. All manner of chaos in the run down to turn 10. It's a very tricky apex to get, but if you nail it, you could be in for a good run heading down that DRS straight. The 3 tyre compounds with us are the hardest of the Pirelli range. It is the C3 for the soft, the C2 for the medium, and the C1 for the hards. You're looking at roughly 24 to 25 seconds to make a pit stop on this track. So here's the starting grid then. It is Anthony Waddington, his first pole position of the season. Great start to his campaign, hopefully converting that into a race win. And he's got Dan Blackwell alongside him. It's not the Ferrari you'd expect to be on the front row, but it's Stephen Harrison nevertheless in 3rd. And then he's got Joe Newman in the Red Bull alongside him. Arthur Bowler in the Racing Point best qualifying performance for Racing Point so far. And we've got Dean Harrison in the Red Bull alongside him. Then you've got Anthony Bauer in the Haas in 7th. And then Dean Barry, he'll be very happy with that. Matt Anderson in the Alfa Romeo in 9th. And then we've got Andrew Jasch rounding up the top 10. Jorge Klatzer in the McLaren in 11th. And then we've got Scott Larvin, who'll be a little disappointed with that performance in 12th. Jamie Keats in 13th. Elijah LeBlanc with his technical issues down in 14th. He'll be looking to improve on that heading into the race. And we've got Neil. He was holding back in qualifying. He'll be looking to pull off a good performance in the race. Gareth Lambourne in 16th. And then the last row of the grid is Gregor Telford and Michael Savage. And interestingly, JBL deciding to JBL interestingly decided to have a crack at racing in the Toro Rosso. So now we're in the middle of our break right now before we get into the formation lap. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes, folks. So 3 minutes to go until the start of the formation lap, and I'm going to see if we can get one of the race managers before lights out. See if I can get one of the race managers to have a quick chat before lights out. Doesn't look like it's going to be happening at the moment, but we'll see what we can do. Nevertheless, almost time for lights out, but we've got the formation lap to get through first. There we go, Joe Newman, one of the admins, the first to ready up. Almost time for the formation lap. We'll see what drivers everyone outside the top 10 has elected to start on. we go. We've got those in the top 10, Waddington, Stephen Harrison and Dean Harrison on mediums. We've got Jorge, Scott Larvin, Jamie Keats and Elijah LeBlanc all on mediums as well. Everyone else starting on softs. Just a quick reminder of the championship standings. We've got Stephen Harrison winning with pole and the fastest lap. Anthony Waddington second, Dan Blackwell third, then Dean Harrison, Anthony Bauer, Joe Newman, Andrew Jask, Dean Barry, Neil Mate, Gregor Telford and Gareth Lambourne. That is the championship standings at the moment. It's Ferrari at the top of the Constructors' Championships, Red Bull second, Mercedes in third. Then you've got Haas, Racing Point, Renault, Alfa, Toro Rosso, drivers qualified from the formation lap. It is Dean Barry, interestingly, and Matt Anderson for that matter, both disqualified from the formation lap. Here we go. Doesn't look like JBL's going to take the start. This car is on the grid. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Here come the lights. And when they go out, it will be race time in Bahrain. Off to a great start. The Ferraris had a good start as well. JBL got a very bad start. Someone's lost part of their front wing already. It's one of the Red Bulls. He tries to have a lunge down into turn one. It's Joe Newman. What an overtake he had. He's already up into second place. Yellow flags in sector one already. 5 second penalties everywhere. Safety car out already. Safety car out already. That has neutralized the race completely. What on earth has happened there? There are a few drivers that have lost their front wings. JBL retiring from the session. He's not taking part in this race. Jimmy's lost part of his front wing. What about Scott Larvin? Has he lost part of it? Has he lost anything for his front wing? No, he hasn't. Gareth Lambourne's lost part of his wing. Michael Savage as well. Greg Telford's okay. But it's Neil in the Alpha. No front wing at all. Our first lap safety car of the season. drivers coming into the pits. Jamie in the pit. Michael Savage. What on earth happened there? What on earth happened there? Let's see if I can invite him in. Jamie, Neil, Elijah and Gareth all in the pits. Something we really could have done without. Jamie and Gareth going on to the hards, but interestingly Neil sticking with a set of softs and Elijah going for a set of the mediums. So let's see what we can deduce from this. A lot of time penalties there. Bowler with a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Stephen Harrison. We're going to be getting Michael Savage back. We're going to be able to speak with Michael Savage, but hey ho, not much we can do about it now. Joe Newman, oh that's Joe Newman into the pits. That's the sort of thing he really could have done without. Arthur Bowler in the pits. They're going to be right at the back of the field. Not going to change onto mediums. Arthur Bowler onto softs. Serving his time penalty. Onto a set of hards. Biggest winners out of the start there, despite all that happened. Well, no surprise here. Joe Newman and Arthur Bowler losing 12 places. Pitching at the wrong time. Something they really could have done with that. We could be in for a potential recovery drive from them today. And then you've got Gregor Telford already up into 11th. He's managed to gain 6 places off the start. That was a very chaotic affair. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. It's now down to Waddington to be the pace car. We'll be able to get an extra couple of laps out of these tyres at this point. Dean has to be careful not to overtake him. Oh no, the ball is out! Oh, the ball is out of the race. What on earth happened there? What on earth happened there? Once again here in Bahrain. Slow the restart. Can Blackwell make him pay for it? Try the outside of turn 1. Waddington has the racing line. Dean wants a piece of the action. My goodness me. Blackwell and Dean. Down to turn 4. This is where Gary and Stephen collided last season. Bauer up into 5th. getting past it. Oh, it's all happening. There's yellow flags. Virtual safety car is out. And oh, goodness me, what on earth? Gregor Telford with a collision on that Andrew Dash. Both racing points out of the race. I just caught the tail end of that incident, and it looks like Dash collided with the back of Gregor Telford. And the Haas of Anthony Bauer, meanwhile, he's right at the back. He's got him a part of his back wheel. Oh, and he spins it. He spins it, and he's got a puncture as well. Dean and Jorge coming into the pits. Gregor as well. Jorge and Gregor, 5-second time penalties for speeding in the pit lane. It's all happening here, folks. Jamie Keats up into 7th. I'm gonna see if we can get one of the race managers in to try, so we can try and make sense of what just happened. The yellow flag still in sector 3, and we've got Anthony Bauer finally able to make it back into the pits. We just got word through Jash. Collision with Dean Harrison at turns 8 and 9. Dean also hitting that could be some severe penalties for Dean Harrison at the end of the race. The leader's already catching up to Anthony Bauer. Even right on the tail end of his brother Dean. This is the 3rd place. Anthony Bauer still able to maintain lead lap, but for how much longer though? He's gonna get the signal to let this pack of leading cars through. Blackwell, fastest lap of the race so far, 33.4. Still early days. Stevens got DRS on Dean meanwhile. Gets through with little to no difficulty. Joe Newman getting past Elijah LeBlanc meanwhile. Here's Gareth Lambourne trying to defend from Neil for 10th place. But Neil gets through with no difficulty. Can Gareth get him on the switchback? No, he can't. But he's going to get him on the run down to turn 4. Not quite on this occasion. Trying trying to keep on the back of Dan Blackwell, but Dan looks like he's starting to pull away, but he's going to need to make a pit stop soon, because these soft tyres don't last long in these conditions. DRS leader Dan Blackwell on lap 8. Still can't make anything of it. A little further back, Joe Newman within DRS range of Jamie Keats for 7th place. Closing the gap on Jamie as we head to turns 9 and 10. Yellow flags in sector 2. Don't know what for though. Wide. Joe Newman right on the back of Keats. Oh no, it's Dean Barry, my mistake. Regarding the incident with Andrew Jask. Let's see if I can actually get him in for a chat. And Joe Newman tries to get past Jamie Keats. How did Jamie keep that place? I don't know. I've managed to get Andrew Jask in. Andrew, just double check. Make sure you've got your audio included. Right, so I'm actually going to need to go into the pause menu just now. Right, so what happened from your perspective regarding that incident?
I mean, I was leaving plenty of room because I was chasing down, I believe it was Mechanical Sack, and we were both going into turn 8 and 9, and then I just get punted in the rear by one of the Renaults. I believe it was Meet Dean, and took both Sack and I out. And Sack spun, so he's still in the race, fortunately, but took my wheel off my front left, so I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, because what it looked like from my perspective, I only caught the tail end of the incident, and the front left was gone, and then just a few seconds later, Gregor Telford ending up getting a time penalty for colliding with you for some reason.
Yeah, because the first incident was going into, I believe it was turn 9, turn 8 and 9, and Meet Dean turned into Sack, and the Sack spun around, so I had to go around him. And then trying to rejoin on the track, I think Telfy somehow either lagged or just stomped on the brakes and hit me. And that was my race over, unfortunately.
Very unlucky there. Yeah, it was a good qualifying performance from you as well. Commiserations for you, and hopefully see you back out on track in China.
Yeah, hoping for top 10 at least in China, maybe even top 5, but we'll see.
So, well, thanks for your time anyway.
Thank you.
Commiserations there to Andrew Jask there. Jamie Keats We're still focusing on this battle for was it Warrington managing to get ahead of Blackwell meanwhile, but they're still jostling it out. Oh, it's going to be a drag race. Oh, they almost touch. Warrington has DRS, but somehow Dan Blackwell still able to keep side by side with them. My goodness me. And now Warrington starting to, oh, he's trying to break the DRS. Ooh. Will that be okay by the stewards? It will, but and Jamie Keats, meanwhile, he's managed to get past Joe Newman. Oh, but Jamie goes wide. Joe takes full advantage. Thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that. Unlucky there from Jamie. Joe Newman back up into 7th. Back at the front now, we've got both Ferraris with DRS. Matt Anderson, great performance from him. He's up into 5th. After all the chaos so far. Dan is to Warrington. 3-way scrap for the lead. Warrington, Blackwell and Harrison. His brother Dean about 3 seconds down the road. The only other battle on track is this battle for 7th place between Joe Newman and Jamie Keats. That's the only other battle that's on track right now. Anthony Bauer, double check. Yep, Anthony Bauer has indeed been lapped. First man to be lapped of the day. Yellow flags in sector 3. on the back of Joe Newman. Dan Blackwell. The Ferraris are really closing in on Waddington. DRS wide open. Now Stephen Harrison manages to get past Dan Blackwell. Not sure if Team Orders were in play or not. Early days in the season as to whether Team Orders are going to be in effect here. It's a case are they going to be Team Orders in play, or are they just going to be allowed to race? And Matt Anderson's out of the race! What on earth happened there? Oh, it's the curb of doom! The curb of doom has struck again! My goodness me. And another virtual safety car out, Dan Blackwell into the pits. As that's happening, effectively a free pit stop for him. Very well played. We'll see if I can... Gonna see if I can get him. He was running as high as 5th at one point. Really unfortunate there for Anderson. He was as high as 5th. What else can you do, really? And now Stevens all on his own. Lap 16, quarter of the way through the race. Stevens still can't get past Waddington yet. And Neil for the Alfa Romeos into the pits. It's a used set of softs. That's interesting. But nevertheless, we'll move away from that for a moment. So this is Andrew Jasch with his incident. Turns 8 and 9. Dean spins Bauer. A lot of front wing damage for Jasch. Virtual safety car comes out, and then Telford. Ooh! Lucky nobody got hurt from that incident. Very lucky nobody got hurt from that incident. So luckily Jashka is okay. So he'll be a little disappointed with that result. We're down to 14 drivers. Neil getting past Gregor's Toro Rosso meanwhile, but Gregor's still alongside him. And he gets him round the outside! Oh my word! Gregor Telford on the outside! And he makes the move stick! And as I say that, Stephen manages to get past Waddington for the lead. We could be into a pit stop race here between these two. Again, and Waddington gets past Stephen to regain the lead. Everyone apart from Neil is on mediums or hards. Neil's the only one that's on softs. And the tyre life of these tyres is not that big in the grand scheme of things. The softs 8 to 18 laps, the mediums 20 to 30 laps, and then the hards 29 to 39 laps. So unless you're very, very good with your time management, thinking about coming in, make a stop. Waddington still keeping the lead from Harrison. And as I say that, Waddington does indeed get the fastest lap of the race. There. Let's go a little further back. We've got Joe Newman right on the back of Scott Larvin. Scott Larvin, a great recovery drive from him. Joe Newman right on the back of Scott Larvin for fourth place. This battle's about 12 seconds down the road from Dean, who's in a podium pink position. And Joe Newman, that's very early. He's coming in on the mediums. That's lap 17 laps on those tyres. Lap 20, that's very early. I'd have thought he'd have gone on for at least a few more laps. But he goes on to a set of softs, so it looks like he's going to be going for another set of mediums towards the end of the race. And that means Harrison getting past Waddington. Waddington still on the outside. No, and it spins! Waddington spins! Can he keep it out of the wall? Yes, he can! Oh my word! How did he keep that out of the wall? Miraculously avoided front wing damage, and that means Dean, the Harrison brothers, are 1 and 2. Waddington into the pits. 5 seconds time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. On for a set of softs. He'll be going for another set of mediums towards the end of the race. Dan Blackwell managed to get past Scott Larvin for 3rd place meanwhile. Larvin actually starting to lose ground with Dan Blackwell. And Dean Harrison into the pits now. That means it's a Ferrari 1-2. Yellow flags in sector 2. That's one of the McLarens. It is Elijah LeBlanc, and he's lost his front wing completely. No front wing at all. And Stephen comes into the pits now. Doesn't look like he's got enough time to make the pit stop and maintain the lead. Teammate Dan Blackwell. And Dan Blackwell does indeed take the lead for the first time in the race. And Stephen down into 3rd now. past Scott Larvin. This is for second place. Stephen does indeed get past, but now he's going to be hunting his teammate Dan Blackwell down. Scott Larvin still to make a pit stop. Wallington trying to get past Dean Harrison. He goes, oh, I almost touch. He's Chris Harley. There's Chris Harley winning the Formula 2 feature race. Right on the back of Dean Harrison for fourth place. Stephen Harrison within DRS range of his teammate. Wallington still trying to get past Dean. Stephen right on the back of his teammate Dan, meanwhile. Dean getting past Scott Larvin. Can Wallington do the same, but we've got Stephen. Wallington does get past. Stephen gets past without much difficulty. Scott Larvin into the pits. Wallington half a second behind Dean. This for the final podium position. We're almost at half distance now. even fastest lap of the race. Can Waddington respond? No, he does. Can he get past Dean for third place? DRS wide open. Going to try around the outside. Okay with it. Dean managing to maintain third place for now. Waddington, DRS again. Dean has no defence. Waddington back into third, and Dean almost gets it. Be. Getting past Waddington again. Going to be a great battle for third place throughout this second phase of the race. Where gets Telford into the pits now as Waddington tries to get past Dean again. He makes it stick, but Dean tries to get him on the switchback. Thinks better of it. Again, he still can't get past. Again getting past Dean. What do you have to do to separate these two? Wellington finally starting to put some space between him and Dean Harrison. Scott Larvin, meanwhile, hunting down Jamie Keats for 6th place. And Wellington, fastest lap of the race so far, 131.8. Scott Larvin within DRS range of Jamie now. Neil into the pits, while Scott continuing to bear down on Jamie. Joe Newman into the pits. Stephen responding. Fastest lap of his own, 131.6. Scott Larvin now starting to lose some ground with Jamie. Lap 33 now, Stephen Harrison still in the lead. further back. Meanwhile, we've got Neil on the back of Gareth Lamborn for 11th place. But Arvin, it looks like he got a time penalty there. Dan Blackwell comes into the pits, as does Waddington. Pit stop race, here we go. Dan Blackwell has it because Waddington serving a time penalty. Tyres should see him through to the end of the race now. Waddington needs to make up all that time onto the track, try and get onto the podium. But of course, Dean and Stephen also have to do a stop as well. Even though they've used both tyre compounds, they still need to make another stop because there's no way they're going to be able to get those soft tyres to last right to the end of the race. Unless they're somehow super careful with their time management. Jorge into the pits now. 31 laps on those hard tyres. Dean into the pits. Anthony Bauer into the pits as well. Stephen Harrison's going to get, no, Dan Blackwell's going to get past, but is Waddington going to get past as well? going to be tight. Oh, this is going to be very tight. Is he going to get through? He does! Wallington manages to get in front of Dean for that last podium paying position. Scott Larvin. And the back of Jamie again. Looks like Jamie's taking these hard tyres right through to the end. Scott trying to get past Jamie, tries to get him. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get through? Yellow flag in sector 1. And that's for Wallington! Wallington! Wallington's out of the race! Are you kidding me? Anthony Wallington is out of the race! Are you kidding me? Stephen Harris pits meanwhile. Wow. Defense needs to let's see what happened from his perspective. Unbelievable. Anthony Bauer there with another 3-second time penalty. I am lost for words right now. Gregor Telford with another 3-second penalty. Scott Larvin, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Another set of softs to go to the end of the race. Looks like he'll be chasing down a podium finish. Joe Newman trying to get past Jamie Keats for 4th place. Jamie had the racing line, not much Joe could do about it. Gareth with a 3-second time penalty. And Joe Newman tries to go on the outside. Nothing came of it. And they almost touch! Somehow no damage. Yellow flags in sector 1 again. Everyone up to 8th is still on the lead lap. Joe Newman with another time penalty. Joe Newman is able to get past. Well, Jamie still keeps it. Joe still trying to keep within touching distance of Jamie. DRS keeps trying to keep the inside line. They almost touch. Wheel-to-wheel stuff here. Newman's going to have the racing line this time, and he makes it stick this time. But Jamie is going to have the DRS. Oh, and they make contact. contact with Joe. He's got front wing damage. The end plate is gone on Jamie's front wing on the left-hand side. My goodness me, that was scary. Still perseveres and he still pulls through. Neil with another time penalty. But be careful not to rack up too many of those or he's going to risk disqualification. Jamie into the pits. I mean, what else can you do there? Well, one thing he can do. Oh, and his pit crew weren't ready for him! His pit crew were not ready for him! Oh my word, the pit crew were not ready for Jamie. And as a result, he's just lost more time than he could have afforded to lose. What he can do though, he's gone for fastest lap. I doubt it's going to do much. He's starting to storm his way through the field now. And the fastest lap of the race was Waddington. Waddington was the fastest lap of the race. Fastest lap inside the top 10 so far. It's Stephen Harrison with 31.583. Fastest lap outside the top 10, it's 33.4 for Elijah LeBlanc. Jamie Keats, there you go. Well, as I say that, Jamie Keats gets the fastest lap of the race. Late pit stop does pay dividends for him. Fastest lap of the race so far. He will get that fastest lap point provided he keeps. that fastest lap? Who knows? Jamie does manage to get past Dean Barry. Just after in the stream, thoughts on driver of the day, folks? For me, possibly Scott Larvin or Jamie Keats. Scott Larvin didn't have the best qualifying session in the world. But he's managed to keep calm, keep himself focused, keep himself collected. And as a result, he is now fifth after everything that's happened, and he's on course for a great points finish. Not much is happening right now. Looks like everything's started to die down as we approach the end of the race. Jamie's starting to pull the gap now from his teammate. Stephen Harrison, one of the McLarens that's not sure who it is because everyone's all over the place. Try to get Anthony in to have a chat with him after what happened, but I've just been sent the incident that Waddington was involved in. He was in third place here. It was a lapped car. It was Neil in the Alfa Romeo. It was a lapped car. admin team. That is not going to go down well on. It's not going to go down well with the admin team. That'll definitely be some repercussions for Neil, without a doubt. Into the closing stages now. The gap that Stephen has over his teammate Dan Blackwell. .14 seconds. Nothing else really happening out on track at the moment, so not much I can do about it now. Taking it very easy. Got a comfortable lead. He might as well take his time. This will be his second win of the season. 2 from 2 for the Ferrari establishment, and it'll be a Ferrari 1-2 as things stand at the moment. And that will help them build their lead in the championship. Oh, yellow flags in sector 1. That's one of the McLarens. That was Elijah LeBlanc. Anthony Bauer. Going for a set of sauce. He's going for the fastest. He's going for the fastest lap. Only a wide move to make at this point. Might as well go. You might as well go for the fastest lap. There's 5 laps to go. Four laps to go after this. Stephen still with a 14-second lead over his teammate Dan Blackwell. Goes for DRS. He's turned it up. Gonna go for it. Fastest lap he has to beat. Oh, it's a 1:30.6. Steven has the fastest lap of the race. The fastest lap outside the top 10 is Elijah LeBlanc now. Dean closing the gap on Dan Blackwell now. It's down to 6 seconds. Stevens increased his gap to 15 seconds. And Anthony Bauer, wow! 29.9! And that means Anthony Bauer takes the fastest lap of the race. How's about that? Gap down to 5.5 seconds now. Gareth Lambourne into the pits. He's going to go for the fastest lap outside the top 10. He's only got a couple of laps left to do it. You might as well go for it. You might as well go for the fastest lap outside the top 10. There's 2 bonus points on offer. Few laps to go after this. Gareth Lambourne is a couple of laps down, but like I said, he might as well go for the fastest lap outside the top 10. Sure, he's going to get it. Sure, he'll get it on this lap. I'm surprised if he doesn't. what he pulls out of the bag here. There it is, a 31.4. But here is Stephen Harrison. Here he comes, Stephen Harrison, his second win of the season, and he takes the win at the Bahrain Grand Prix. He slowed down. Let's see if we can get the podium in. Dan Blackwell, second place. Dean Harrison, third. And that's the top 10 decided. Gareth Lambourne gets the fastest lap outside the top 10. Gregor Telford, Gareth Lambourne and Elijah Blackwood. Those are your finishers outside the top 10. Got a couple of guys left on lead lap. This guy being one of them, Scott Larvin. There he goes, into fifth. Jimmy Keats, sixth. And Dean Barry, the last driver to cross the line. So that's 2 wins from 2. And Chris Harley managed to win the sprint race as well. So I'm going to try and get the podium in. Let's just recap the order now. Stephen Harrison, Dan Blackwell and Dean Harrison, that's your podium. Joe Newman, Scott Larvin, the only points for Mercedes today. Jamie Keats and Dean Barry. Good points haul for Renault today. Jorge, Anthony Bauer, and then you've got Neil rounding up the top 10. Then you've got Gregor Telford, Gareth Lambourne and Elijah LeBlanc. That is your classified finishers. Then you've got Waddington, Matt Anderson, Andrew Jashk, Arthur Bowler, Michael Savage and JBL, your non-finishers. So I'm just going to get the podium in right now. So there we go, that's Stephen and that's Dan. Just waiting on Dean now. Guys, as usual, just make sure your audio's included. Right, that is Dean here as well, right? Dean, make sure your audio's included as well.
Yes, sir.
See you, you're up podium.
It's them back markers. Gareth nearly took me out too.
Right, so there we go. So here we are, guys. It is my first. Well, I would say my first, but it's my first Talk of the Devil post-race interview this season. Third place, Dean Harrison for Red Bull Racing, and then it's the Ferrari 1-2. Dan Blackwell, second place, but our winner, 2 from 2, Stephen Harrison. Stephen, massive congratulations, second win in a row. That's definitely got to be a great start to the championship for you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely buzzing on that one. I'd like to thank my manager again, backing me. You know, championship. I was champion and the team didn't want me, so Ben took that chance on me, brought me to Ferrari, showing it. We've got to take it home.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest talking points of today is the fact that one of your championship rivals, Anthony Waddington, with a shock retirement late on in the race. What are your thoughts on that?
So it just goes to show the racecraft from front end to back end, because me and him never touched that, I believe. Like, I don't believe we touched. I don't think it was my fault when he spun. That dropped him about 9 seconds down. If it was, my bad, but I don't think it was. We had some good racing, and then I seen on minimap Dean and Ant racing, and no collisions, no broken wings, and then you get a back marker, and you should be getting wiped out. They should just be moving out way, so we can get on with it. But it's just not happening like that. So it just shows the racecraft from top of grid to bottom of grid, and why we're in top cars.
Yeah, the admin team are definitely not going to be happy about the incident that's involved Waddington, but we'll see how that plays out in the post-race investigations. With China next week, do you think you'll make it 3 from 3?
No, I'm not great around China.
Well, we'll see.
First season I didn't finish it, and I think last season I dropped back quite a bit because it was raining. I think I weren't that great, so be interesting. But I don't think I'm going to make it 3 from 3. Ant's got to have a good race, and then Jamie's got to have a good race, and hopefully Dan and the likes of Dean and Joe can mix it up at China. So interesting.
So we'll see what happens from there. But Stephen, thanks very much for your time. Congratulations again on your win.
Thank you. Well done, boys.
See you later. Cheers.
Dan Blackwell, definitely, you'll definitely be very happy with that. Your first podium of the season, and further.
It's my second, mate.
Because you came third in Australia last week.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's right.
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
was. I'll say 2 from 2, but it's your first Ferrari 1-2 of the season. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely buzzing with that. First of all, I just want to apologise to Joe Newman, because I think I might have clipped him at the start. My start wasn't particularly good. Trying to get behind Ant, I think I just clipped his wing. So start off by saying that. Yeah, I think it went well. I think if Ant would have retired, I probably would have had a bit more of a challenge. I know Dean was catching me quick at the end. I think the last 20 laps he was making me sweat. It was tough.
It won't drop. It was a 10th every lap, and then you just kept it level. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it went alright. To be honest, I think a lot of people have written me off. Beginning of the season when I got a Ferrari seat, but putting the time in, so hopefully, like I say, Ben's a great manager, so hopefully he'll give me.
Yeah, to be fair though, you don't make mistakes. You're very, very, very consistent. Like, it's 2 races on the bounce with 0 penalties.
Yeah, I just couldn't get in that Renault. I just could not get used to that Renault. Yeah.
Shite, to be fair.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel 1-2 as well from team, and obviously Arthur and Gareth both getting fastest laps as well. That's a good all round for both teams for Ben.
Yeah. So same question for you as Stephen. Are you feeling confident heading into China next week?
Absolutely not. Besides China, I think Hungary. They're my 2 worst tracks, so I'm gonna have to put some serious time in to keep up. But I've completed my contract now, so hopefully they might give me a bit of leeway on that one. I'm missing Azerbaijan, unfortunately, so that's one of my favourite tracks. So that's just life. But nah, China, not for me. I've been practicing this week. I just can't seem to get the setup right. So we'll see.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see what happens when the time comes. So
Yeah.
thanks very much for your time, Dan, and congratulations again on your 2nd place.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, well, Dean.
Cheers, mate, and you. Have a nice week. Ciao,
See you,
ciao.
man.
And last but by no means least, Dean Harrison. Dean, first podium of the season. First podium of the season. That's definitely not the result you were expecting today, was it?
No, mate, not at all. I knew P4 was concrete. That was 100% mine. But no, P5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, P4 was 100% mine. Yeah, it was just Swifty and got me lucky. Got 3rd. And I just couldn't catch the Ferrari. I just need an extra 10 miles per hour, and I'd been gravy, but it's just too slow.
Yeah. But overall, how do you feel the race went from your perspective?
Good. It was fun. Very fun. I didn't have no one in the way really. I had one little nearly an incident, but other than that, I feel like sim damage has made everyone up the game and pulled the finger out their arse. So yeah.
Well, there we go. Warning shot from Dean, folks. Watch out. He's coming for you.
But yeah, should be fun. China should be fun.
Yes, sir. So it sounds like out of the 3 of you, you're the one that's looking forward to China the most.
Yeah, especially now it's on the simulation tire carcass and whatnot. It's just be very interesting. So
Well,
yeah.
Well, you can't wait to see how that plays out next week. So, Dean, thanks very much for your time. Congratulations again on your 3rd place tonight.
Cheers, bud. Bye bye.
And with that brings us to an end to the end of this week's Formula One coverage from the Talk of the Devil Racing League. I'm going to be busy in the editing suite getting all this put together, and from there we'll be getting ready for the Extreme Racing League, which takes place tomorrow night, 5 PM UK time. For Extreme 1, X3 will take place at 7 PM. I'll be in action, and the X2 will take place at 8 PM. And you'll be hearing from me. Through the X1 and the X2 races. I'll have Matt Anderson with me on commentary. But until then, folks, thanks very much for watching. Good night. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.